On our AM News, agriculture experts recommend overhaul of policies, programs implementation to curb food security. Federal Road Safety call to deploy more mobile court to try traffic offenders in Uyo. Plus, Nigerians react to Super Eagles draw with Warriors of Zimbabwe in World Cup qualifiers. A very good morning and many thanks for joining us. My name is Joy Ubani with the details of those headlines and other stories. A quick reminder that this broadcast is reaching you live on StarTimes, Channel 103, and on our social media handles, Facebook and YouTube. And on to the news. Indigenes of Ikoroku Song in Ukanafon local government area are grateful to Akwa Ibom state government for providing them with clean drinking water. Clements Barikwe report that the gesture puts an end to the age-long lack of potable water supply in the community.
Ikoroku Song people are agrarian, and like many communities in Ukanafon local government area, farming is a family business here. Apart from water for domestic use, these people need water for their crops, particularly during the dry season, and this stream has served them over the years.
For our animals and for our crops, so we were not having water.
At times you do something and you need water in the night, you'll be afraid of going to the stream at night.
Yeah, this water just paying for that to my village is very good.
Providing them with this solar-powered water scheme with outlets in all corners of the community is therefore a lifesaver.
Very later because I was young and we're going to the stream over 5 kilometers from here. But this generation, God has brought somebody to us that knows how to transform the rural communities.
Any child can fetch water here, take his or her bath and go to school on time. Education also are they affected by this water.
It's a good thing that is happening, and we here in Ukanafon, we thank the governor for what he has done for the Ukanafon people.
While not underestimating the benefits of this project to the people, representative of Governor Moeno says this is one out of the many rural development initiatives of the state government.
The governor believes that gradually, that's why he's passionate about rural development, that rural communities should be transformed to urban centers, and you can see that this is one of them. So that is the idea behind that, so that clean and potable water can be gotten across the state.
A total of 11 of these projects are expected to be executed in Ukanafon local government area by the state government. Clement Barikwe, NTA News.
Away from that, the reality of food insecurity, the allaying Nigerian economy and the policies of providing palliatives are factors contributing to the call by experts to rejig the agricultural sector. This was the submission of guest lecturer at the third Professor Yaudon Dayu public lecture. Edidoiba was there for NTA.
This is the third in the series of the Professor Yaudon Dayu public lecture, and revolutionizing agriculture in Nigeria's palliative economy is in focus. Guest lecturer and professor of soil chemistry and fertility, Professor Chenchan Ibia, submits that, among other things, a complete paradigm shift in the approach to public policies and agricultural programs implementation is required to overcome the challenges of food scarcity, hunger, and poverty.
The basis of the continuing and urgent calls for revolutionizing agriculture in Nigeria is anchored on the reality of food insufficiency in Nigeria.
This view is shared by other experts.
For us to revolutionize agriculture, we must look at the input supply sector, do everything possible to strengthen it.
The problem is implementation. The problem is sustainability. We don't sustain them.
The public lecture also coincided with the 64th birthday celebration of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Yaudon Dayu, who expressed his appreciation to God for sparing his life and looked forward to greater achievements in the coming years.
I'm elated. I'm highly delighted to see another birthday of mine, and seeing the organizers making it do this beautiful, this colorful. I have cause to thank God for His mercy and grace.
Some family members and friends eulogized the celebrants.
For more achievements, I pray that God will direct him in everything he does, and I pray that his future will be better than today.
He's not just an administrator, he's a mentor, he's a role model, and a nation builder.
Being extraordinary, you are visionary, and you are a role model.
The university community is happy with you. I will say that you sustain this even after being a vice chancellor.
Cutting of cake, toast to the celebrant, and presentation of gifts were featured in the event. In Uyo, Edidi Omiba, NTA News.
We'll now pause for commercials. When we return, more news comes your way. Please stay tuned.
Rose Bay Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services are available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badger Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
It's back with a bang. Your favorite program, Health Matters, a program designed to handle your health concerns to help you stay fit and healthy. It's improved, it's better, it's coming with a vernacular corner. Health Matters, showing on NTA Channel 12 Uyo every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Health is wealth. Don't miss it.
There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you.
Welcome back and thanks for still staying tuned. Since the ban of the operation of commercial motorcyclists in the city center of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, tricycles, popularly known as keke, have become the primary means of transportation. However, there is a disturbing trend where keke riders now attach additional seats to carry more passengers, thereby causing risks of accidents and raising safety concerns. Etienne Ibanga reports.
Tricycle business is highly competitive, and riders feel pressure to carry more passengers to be ahead of other competitors. This competition has led to a situation where many are willing to compromise on safety to increase their earnings.
Before now, tricycle riders in Uyo Metropolis conveyed 3 passengers at the back and 1 passenger in the front seat. This trend has been ongoing for a very long time, but many have changed the pattern in recent times, attributing the trend to economic pressures. With an extended seating pattern that accommodates 2 passengers in front alongside the rider and 3 behind, these operators attribute this development to the rising cost of living, hike in fuel prices and high maintenance costs, and for the commercial tricycle operators, they must break even in the face of harsh realities.
We carry the passengers and we also collect money based on how we buy fuel. Nobody cheats each others.
Many of us rely on tricycles to support our families and ourselves. Although the state government does not condone overloading,
For some commuters, this overloading practice is raising concerns, and the Federal Road Safety Commission (FRSC) views this trend as a safety risk, calling for stricter enforcement of traffic laws to prevent overloading.
Apart from carrying 2 passengers or 3 or more than 2 in front, there's also their habit of driving against traffic, more particularly on those express ends where they ought not to be. The use of mobile court, that is the only option we are deploying now. We have done it in this axis to Itu, this Itu road back end. So we are now, in fact, we have mapped out this will be a total deployment for that purpose across Uyo City.
The Akwa Ibom State government also frowns at the trend and aims to maintain sanity in the transport sector and protect the safety of road users. As residents and commuters hope for a change of narrative in the recklessness of commercial keke riders in Uyo and the state, there's hope that the root causes of overloading will be addressed urgently, while self-transportation practices will be encouraged to drastically reduce the carnage experienced on Nigerian roads. In Uyo, Etienne Oibanga, NTN News.
Now let's take your mind away from that keke riders report. How often do you check your health status, especially your blood pressure? With the alarming rates of sudden deaths allegedly caused by heart attacks, medical experts stress that it is crucial for people to be mindful of their health status and lifestyle. Here is why early high blood pressure often has no symptom in most people. Safia Norma Uche shared the story.
It comes like a thief in the night and suddenly it leads to death. Majority of deaths recorded at night are linked to heart failure. This ailment, however, can give salient symptoms like headaches, chest pain, shortness of breath, and blurred vision, which are often ignored. That is why medical experts recommend that people visit the hospital at least occasionally to confirm this ailment like high blood pressure.
It is measured in millimeter mercury, and then in millimeter mercury there is a system there where it's mentioned. You have the systolic and you have the diastolic. Now the systolic, when it is above 130 or rather above 140, in some climes like in the US they would say 130, but usually around the environment here it is above 140 millimeter mercury for the systolic, over when it is above 90 millimeter mercury for the diastolic in our environment. So but when it is anything less than that, 130, 180, 130 over 180, then it's okay. We'll call them risk factors rather, that can actually make someone to get predisposed to high blood pressure. And some of those risk factors, some of them are modifiable. We call them modifiable risk factors, and then we also have risk factors that are also not modifiable. Some of those risk factors that are not modifiable are the ones that we want to focus on right now. Non-modifiable risk factors would include genetic. When you say genetic, it means that when it runs in the lineage.
There is also low blood pressure that is more dangerous, than high blood pressure. But thank God it is not popular here. Now, what are the causes of this high blood pressure we are suffering today? New lifestyles contribute a lot to it, because now there are a lot of things confronting us. We are facing more challenges as a nation. At times, some breaking news you will hear can trigger BP. At times, working too hard, trying to make ends meet. You can imagine somebody will close from work by 4 p.m. Instead of going home, the person will go and engage in another trade or another business. All these things will not give the body, the physiology, enough time, to rejuvenate, to rest. Then,
while some people don't experience any symptoms at all. Severe symptoms of high blood pressure include fainting, fatigue, hard palpitations, shortness of breath, nausea or vomiting, anxiety, confusion, chest pain, seizures, and severe headaches. During my conversation with the doctor, I was tempted to undergo a blood pressure test, and so were my colleagues, and we discovered some alarming cases.
Because this is really very, very high. Have you been having any symptoms, headache, you're not seeing very well, dizziness, if you're walking as if you want to fall, chest pain? Have you been having anything at all? So it shows why we say that hypertension is a silent killer, or high blood pressure is a silent killer.
It's very high.
Because the blood pressure is high, actually very high, but we'll need to also reconfirm. So you need to actually see your doctor today. Today. In short, as now, you should be seeing your doctor. It's very, very important. This is alarming. The rate of high blood pressure is really very, very, very high. It's something that we need to keep speaking about every day. It's something that everybody needs to know. Everybody who is 40 years and above, or even less, because these days we see people coming down with stroke. People that are less than 40, 30, 35, 38, coming down with stroke. So it's something that is becoming an epidemic in our society. So I think it's important that we begin to drive this home, that there's a need for people to go to health facilities to check their blood pressure. You don't have to feel anything.
Regular health checks at certified hospitals can help reduce sudden deaths. Lifestyle, too, does wonders in curbing some of these ailments. Majority of people say they eat food as medicine, thereby shutting down on some foods and habits, because it may surprise you to know that some of these foods or habits trigger high BP. Check with the doctor. Safia Noma Uche, NTA News.
And now we'll take the second commercial break. More news comes after that. Please stay.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
الإسلام على خمسة أركان في الدين صوم وصلاة وزكاة حج والشهادتين شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله إقامة الصلاة إيتاء الزكاة وصوم رمضان وحج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله لا أعبد في الكون إلا الله ورسولي للبشر هدى بني الإسلام على خمسة أركان في الدين صوم وصلاة وزكاة حج والشهادتين وأكلم.
Welcome back and on to sports updates. More reactions to Super Eagles draw with Zimbabwe in World Cup qualifiers. Plus, other latest stories in the world of sport with Ijoma Peter Wante.
Nigeria Super Eagles' hope of picking 2026 FIFA World Cup ticket now hangs in the balance after a 1-1 draw with the Warriors of Zimbabwe in Uyo. Despite the reassurance by the Super Eagles coach Eric Chell, sports enthusiasts have continued to share their sentiments on the outcome of the match.
At times you win, at times you lose, at times you draw. We are not going to give up, surrender, that say we are not going to walk up. We will still continue fighting until last day.
The chances are slim for us to go to the World Cup. All we should do right now is to strive to come second in that Group C and hope and pray also as well that we'll be among the top 4 losers. Let's see if we can use that window and follow the backdoor channels into the World Cup. But as it is at the moment, automatic qualification is far, 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 far from us.
In other sports, after leaving the State House with the full support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the torch of unity for the 22nd National Sports Festival arrives the FCT with FCT Minister Nyesom Wike promising the full support for the FCT contingent to the Games.
I urge all of you that will be representing FCT to go out there determined to ensure that you excel. Go out there and come back with results.
We want all the trophies. We want to get everything as far as FCT is concerned. Everybody knows that our minister is a performing minister, is a result-oriented minister.
We have commenced a purposeful preparations to make FCT proud at the 22nd edition of the National Sport Festival.
150 athletes will represent the FCT in 22 sports at the National Sports Festival. With sports updates, Ijoma Pitawante, NTA News.
And with that sports updates, we wrap up our English segment on our AM News. Join us again by 7 p.m. for another package of our bulletin. Until then, news in translation. Stay tuned.
Menta ke fang utoywang ebo yagemana isem kweba musong siripan abyong kidernin. Ufot me segem kweba nga usong kidernin ebo kaya nam yagitie ikoto babakot amana wak onom mono ewatusong kuyo. Mono wokidat a Nigeria etang nsonsi ko keba ngambubam break para me Super Eagles yemon idong Zimbabwe ikebeke. Kwa iwe mesere, nsi kamine mkibiyo nkireba senya ipeyon, eko memboksini. Mono woki don ikoro kusong ke nko ukanafun, eko bine mesere, ebanga ufambong esan okwak, ame kamare uru karsete mi tu moino, awokano mo. Mbok anamediyon kemi abenuter, unanambong, keri wagiswa, asogirongami, aiko mbong.
Mwana mediyon ke awo yoga kangita, ame teta ifyok nyawdon dayo aratu song keri nam ukpe mkpo ame siege tum. Ndion keri nam ami etenga yenese mkpo ame bangake nkangu toywang. Ado won sikiru song ke ukpe mkpo. Ye teta ifyok trenchat ibya. Ama abo ke do se mana ewonganyen ese me ubono mkpo ke fangu toywang. Inge tum mensonsio adinam ame digi wam yagabyonga tre kiranyen. Ndion ndidi anyunga ba baraswene kiran ngino no monowo adu pempo mi ayiroko ke ye usoro idara emana iswa tayi nang eten ndayo amenye dogo e kamba dai wur ufongwet ntai fioguyo ndion anye makop inemeset etieti anyunga koma basi nanganum anye kewem ye ken song idem kinenye ke tangiko adu monufok yemmofan ege kene keri wana keri na mami ema dara yenye ema ekpeke kenye no nye nonko keri na mami mi kufogutum NTA
Kang hiya sirke mundu paka ameke rekodo yagi kop mbok anyeme abanga ke korokusong
usong
Inko ukara ukana fun. Edong monome. Imaga. Ari na mutomi wang eti. Ndienu fam mong esangu kwak. Ame kamada iwuru ka state mi etu moino. Awukono mo. Kirongomi ayangwa mammo. Ari nam yaguwem amana mem. Nko senye kama edrok kempoyin wang. Akpanakpan kini nda yo me fritie asata. Ado won sekida ki wore kamada iwuru ka state mi. Kini nyeke tangiko. Ama abo kemi. Ado kirkotumme adinam. Ame ukara state. Ami enangake. Eno mono wo. Manatoro. Mono we kop inemidem. Uwemko anyongomem. Anom mono wo. Siba kirongomi. Ado moyi rongomi ema ko winemesar. Eti kini moeke tangiko. Nanga etu moino. Atape ufam monge sangokwak. Anom mo. Mi kufogotomenti abasenya ekpeyon. Kan tembongin kibibio. Atrido. Ba serim se sanke mpangotong. Yang mere basenya ekpeyon.